Hey everybody, today is January 28th and today we're looking at developed and developing worlds. So I've got a whole bunch of, let's just say, inappropriate memes that we're going to show. We'll just do what we do. Hey, this one's not going to be very long. Of course I say that, it might take us 3 hours to do this, but it may only take us about 15 minutes. We'll see which one that holds true. Alright, so we're looking at the differences, early on here we're going to look at the difference between first, second, and third world countries. So if you type in first world or second world or third world and you get these memes, and some of the memes are funny and some of them are crude and rude and socially unacceptable and certainly not politically correct. I've got some here. Well, you'll see. So, first world, well, we'll get to that in a second. We can relate to some of these. That moment when your Wi-Fi stops working. Good times. All right. So let's do our definitions first here. Back in the day, when I was your age, yeah, we were in the middle of this little thing called the Cold War between the United States and the Soviet Union, between the democratic countries and the communist socialist countries. And so we came up with this bright idea to label them first world and second world. And so first world countries are pro-United States, the United States and its allies. And generally when we're talking about the Cold War, we're talking about Western Europe, Australia, NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. So you'll learn all about that in world history and American history, right? And then second world countries are the countries that follow the USSR or the Soviet Union. And so we call that the Warsaw Pact. So we're talking about Russia and all of its little bitty satellite countries. So Czechoslovakia and Poland and Ukraine and all of those countries there. And then China is also second world, kind of, for the purposes of this slide. China, because the communist socialists, they're going to be second world also, and then their sphere of influence too. So sometimes you'll have like Vietnam and things like that will also be in the second world. All right, and then you have the third world. And so the third world in the 1970s and 1980s, the third world was basically what we considered non-aligned. And so non-aligned means that you weren't pro-US, you weren't pro-USSR, you were just, please leave me alone. So we're talking about the countries down in South America, we're talking about the countries in Africa, etc. So here's a map of that. And so the red countries are second world, blue countries are first world, and green countries are third world. Now I'm going to show you several of these maps, and there's going to be some different interpretations about who is who and where is where and what is what. And so, but in general, as you see, we've got the United States and then all of its allies on the western side of Europe, and then Australia down here. We've got Japan and South Korea, looks like Taiwan there. And then in red, you've got the USSR and its little bitty satellite countries there, and then China and Vietnam in red. And then, kind of important for us in American history, Cuba is in red, just 9 miles south of Florida there. And then a little bitty blue spot right there. Does anybody know that blue spot? Anybody can name that little blue spot? All right, and then the rest of it's all green. So this is the world that I grew up in. The good guys in blue, the bad guys in red, and the in green. It's the world I grew up in. And so that's, I guess that would be your parents if they're my age, and or certainly your grandparents. Okay. Stupid memes, here we go. I accidentally clicked on Microsoft Explorer. Now I have to wait for it to load so I can close it again. All of my friends have laptops, but I only have a desktop. Well, that's kind of an old one. Maybe today it'd be like, all my friends have the newest iPhone 38, and I only have iPhone number 37. First world problems, right? All right, here's another map. Same idea, first world in blue, second world in red, third world in green. Now this one has purple in there. So there's a couple of little purples in here, and these purples are, it says down here, second world countries that are going towards third world. Oh, that's kind of interesting. South Africa and Namibia, that's kind of interesting that they made those blue. South Africa and Namibia. And then we've, let's see, what have we else changed? Not much else has changed. Everything else looks pretty much the same. Pretty much the same. Oh, Israel is in blue there also. Okay, so again, mostly the same, but South Africa has kind of changed on that one. I wonder what happened there. More memes. Oh, this one drives me crazy. The restaurant didn't have Dr. Pepper. I had to drink Pepsi. First world problems. My roommate ate a hot dog without a bun. Now I have an uneven ratio of hot dogs to buns. First world problems. Here's another map, and it's got same idea. South Africa's back. We've changed up the colors. Green are the good guys from our point of view. Yellow are the bad guys from our point of view, and red are the non-aligned guys. I meant to say something about Mexico. So Mexico here. I'm trying to use my pointer. Mexico here is here's my pointer. Is in red. Third world. Third world. Third world. Interesting. All right. What else has changed? It looks like, nope, everything seems mostly the same here. There's Greenland. Greenland is third world in this particular map. There it's first world. And there it's first world. So again, whoever's making these maps, it's just your kind of an interpretation of what's going on. All right. I have a job, so I'm able to buy video games. But I have a job. I can't play video games because I have a job. Sad. Is that kind of like that's like a catch-22, right? The catch-22 is I can't find my glasses because I don't have my glasses to find my glasses. A catch-22, right? I have to get a car to go to work, but I can't afford a car until I go to work. So catch-22, right? Everybody watching this can relate. My phone died before I got to the charger. Now I have to wait 2 minutes before I can turn it on. It's kind of funny. We've all been there. All right. So in 1991, 1992, when the Soviet Union basically fell apart on us and the Cold War kind of ended, then now we have a situation of, well, we have good guys and bad guys, but we don't really have bad guys anymore as a group, so we're going to change up the definitions just a little bit. So we're going to have first world countries, and first world countries are now going to be defined as not necessarily United States allies, but countries that are developed economically, technologically, educationally, where they have a functioning government, and their citizens are basically allowed to do what they want to do. Do you want to go to Burger King today, or do you want to go to McDonald's today? Do you want to turn in your assignments in this class today, or do you want to turn them in tomorrow? Want to turn them in next week? So those are first world, and today we don't even really use the word first world. We say developed countries. Then I'm going to skip one and go to third world countries, and third world countries are basically the opposite. So today, third world countries, it says they're just behind, right? They're significantly behind technology-wise, economic-wise, educational-wise. Their citizens do not enjoy the rights that people in the developed first world countries have. So it's third world. And then you have kind of that middle group, the second world group, and we don't even really today have a kind of a label for them. It's kind of interesting. Here's a map of said, this is reasonably current, right? And so we have, in blue, we have the developed countries, the countries that are towards the top. And so you have the United States, and then look at South Africa, look at South America. So South America, there's some countries in blue there, kind of like the United States. So it looks like Argentina and Chile and Brazil, and then Mexico's in blue also over here. So that puts it in the same category as the United States. And then most of Europe, except for a little bitty part over here. And then you have, well, we've got Russia in blue, China in blue, Australia's always in blue. So according to this particular map maker, this particular, oh, big word coming up, cartographer, a whole bunch of people are in developed countries, and they have access to good stuff, you know, like clean water, clean air, that kind of stuff. Well, maybe not China. All right, so then then we have the red. So the red's kind of the in between, and then the green are the countries that are significantly behind. And so significantly behind countries, that's most of Africa, and then you've got Indonesia, oh, North Korea up there, and then some of the stands, Uzbekistan, etc., Tajikistan, etc., and it looks like Iraq also. And then the other countries, oh, we've got third world countries over here by us. Looks like Haiti, and then Nicaragua and Honduras and Costa Rica in that group. Third world countries, according to the cartographer. First world problems. I have so many toys. I have so many toys. I don't know which one to play with. Oh, I really like this one. I misspelled a word on my iPhone, but it's a real word, and autocorrect won't fix it for me. I like that because there's actually two misspellings in the two misspellings in the. Okay, moving on. All right, so here are the maps again, kind of all together, and in general, if you were to squint your eyes and ignore this one that has the weird colors, if you were to squint your eyes, then it's mostly the same, right? North America is way ahead, Africa is way behind, Australia is towards the top, South America, it depends on the cartographer, etc., etc. So, but again, in general, these maps are pretty close. Here's the almost coming up to the last of the memes for First World. Oh, I can't hear the TV when I'm eating potato chips. I'm hungry, but I already brushed my teeth. Milk on fingers. Whoever, check this out. I guess this little device, you put it on your cup, and then you can put your cookies in the device, and then you don't get your milk on your fingers, because, you know, first world problems. Here's the last of the first world problems. Can we relate to this one? I poured my cereal into the bowl without checking this. I poured my cereal into the bowl without checking to see if we still had milk. We didn't. First world problems. All right. To keep it going, here's second world memes. Second world problems memes. This guy, he's dressed in a furry hat and the gray, and so he appears Russian, which is second world, right? First world problems are too funny, and third world problems are too serious, and so poor second world. Here we go. I love communism, but I hate red. Neither first world nor third world. Nobody cares about us. Is it like being the middle child? I mean, it is what it is. My government censored my my government censored my Justin Bieber fan page. You girls in the middle of the room, you seniors in the back corner, you know. It may not be a Justin Bieber fan page, but it might be a Taylor Swift fan page. Government censored. Thank goodness our government doesn't censor internet apps. No, sure, no. Hey. This one's funny. Okay, well, I probably have to explain it. Brother killed for printing seditious material. Next day, glasnost. Here's why that's funny. All right, seditious material is material anti-government. So his brother, Russian, so his brother was killed for writing something nasty about the government of Russia. So this word glasnost, 1985, 1986, for lack of better words, the president of the Soviet Union, his name was Mikhail Gorbachev, and he came up with this new idea called glasnost. And he says, we're going to have this openness, glasnost and perestroika, openness, and we're going to start allowing people to have freedom of speech, and we're going to start bringing in some capitalist ideas. And so what makes this funny is that his brother got killed for writing, and then the very next day they had freedom of speech. And that's not funny. It's kind of funny, isn't it? Okay, moving on. Becomes politically influential. Assassinated. Dictator died. Got a new one. That's not funny. These are not funny. These are not. They're not funny. All right. So we have if you type in World Happiness Chart, now this particular one is 2016, I'm going to show you some updated ones, but I want to show you kind of a trend here. The World Happiness Chart, and it's based on several things. It says how much money per person, social support, healthy life expectancy, freedom to make life choices, generosity of the people, perceptions of corruption in government. And in 2016, had to look at small print. In 2016, the happiest country in the world, according to that chart, is Denmark. Denmark, yay, Denmark. And then Switzerland, Iceland, Norway, Finland. All right, what do all 5 of those countries have in common? Denmark, Switzerland, Iceland, Norway, and Finland, right? Well, Switzerland's kind of the odd man out. All the others are Nordic countries up there in North Europe. Goodness. Canada comes in next, the Netherlands. All of those are European. New Zealand comes in at number 8. New Zealand, that's where they filmed Lord of the Rings. Well, there you go. Australia, Sweden, Israel comes in at 11. Where is the United States? Oh, United States is number 13. So, yay, good for us, we're number 13. And then you look at the least happiest countries. Again, based on the charts, government, money per person, social support, healthy life expectancy. And then you come down to the bottom, number 157, and yes, we know that there's more than that in many countries, but some of the countries, they can't even be measured. They're so, ugh. And so, Burundi, the least happiest country. What is going on in Burundi in 2016? Oh, yeah, we've got genocide. People are killing each other. Syria, again, genocide. People killing each other. Togo, we've got African slavery still going on in 2016. Afghanistan, Benin, which is right next to Togo. Rwanda, who are killing the people of Burundi, who are then killing the people of Rwanda. Guinea, Liberia, Tanzania, Madagascar, Hey, the bottom 10, where are they all from? What continent? They're all from Africa, and they're all from sub-Saharan Africa, so south of Yemen is in over there by Saudi Arabia, and then everybody else on this list is Africa. Okay, least happy countries. All right, next chart. The happiest countries in the world. This is 2020 to 2022. All right, so Finland is number 1. Denmark, oh, Denmark dropped to number 2. Finland, Denmark, Iceland, Israel, number 4. Ooh, in 2022. I wonder what they are now. Netherlands, Sweden, Norway, Switzerland, Luxembourg, New Zealand, United States. Oh no, we dropped 2. We're down to number 15. The United States, number 15, according to the Gallup World Poll data. And then this is the most recent one, and with the Gallup poll, and the happiest countries in the world. The lighter color that you are, the happier you are. And so here they've changed it up a little bit, and they've said we're going to poll people based on 14 different areas of criteria for this: business and economic, citizen engagement, communications and technology, diversity with regard to social issues, education and families, emotions, your well-being, environment and energy, food and shelter, government, politics, law and order, meaning your safety, health, religion and ethics, transportation, and work. So again, here we are looking at North America, and it looks like they're pretty light with regard to how high they are up on the list. If you click on that, which you can because that's just a PDF I threw on there, the United States comes in at number 25. Yeah, we're dropping. Not as happy. 25th most happy country in the world, number 25. But then you look, oh goodness, Africa. Oh yeah, Africa's not doing so well. Not doing so well. And or Afghanistan. Yeah. Mexico looks reasonably happy comparatively, right? Okay. All right. These are not funny. So I'm not going to laugh at any of these. Third world problems memes. So you're going to give me new shoes as long as I let you put a Jesus in my heart? Ooh, that's a reference. That's like a God Golden Glory conquistadors back in the 16th century kind of stuff. Moving on. All right. So in the United Nations, they don't use the words first world or third world because it's kind of insulting to the people of third world to say, you're third best of the group, and there's only 3, so that's kind of insulting. So then they changed it, basically in the 90s they changed it and they said, all right, we're not going to say first world or second or third world, we're going to say developed and then lesser developed countries. And then least developed countries. And so the lesser developed countries and the least developed countries, they're like, whoa, we're not real thrilled about that either. We don't like being called lesser developed because no. So then in the early 2000s, PC world, politically correct, the United Nations said, all right, we're going to change it. We're going to call you developing. There's developed and developing. See, and if you're developing, nobody knows. It's like you have an F in class, you're developing, but do you have like a 12% or do you have a 59%? Because 59% is just 1% away from being developed. And so we're just going to call all of you developing. And that's what we're using today. That's the terminology we're using today. So, and here we have a chart, and this is from Wikipedia 2024 chart. When you type in developing, developed into Wikipedia, and this is the chart that they give you. And so the greener you are, I guess it's just one shade of green there. We've got green and yellow and orange and red, and you can kind of guess as you look at it, right? So green are the developed, and then yellow would be the almost there, and then orange are, got some work to do. And then red are, oof, ah. And again, look at the map. Pretty much the same, right? North America looks one color and Africa looks different. Hey, look, Argentina and Chile down there. Good for them. Oh, Panama is in green. I just wonder if that's because they have all that money that they're getting from. Oh, Greenland didn't even make the cut. They didn't have enough data for Greenland. Interesting. Where else? It looks like other places in gray, which means they didn't have enough information. Western Sahara, the Vatican. Oh, and North Korea. North Korea is so, wow. North Korea didn't want to participate. Surprise. All right, these are not funny. Can't find signal or water. Maslow's triangle. You expect me to believe that water isn't brown? I'm on dishwashing duty. I get to touch water. Play a whole game of soccer. Nobody stepped on a landmine. These are not funny. So you're telling me in America kids play Army versus third world where kids are the Army? I cut my hair and he didn't even notice. All right, that one's kind of funny. That one's kind of funny. This is an interesting chart that you totally cannot read from the camera, but I'll send the PDF. So this is the good country. It talks about countries that contribute to the world, like Kumbaya, hold everybody's hand, and we are the world, and countries that contribute the most to the world in various areas. So for example, science and technology and culture, contributing to the world for international peace and security, world order, contributing to the planet and climate, contributing to prosperity and equality, contributing to health and well-being, contributing to the world. And the #1 country to do that, that's right, not the United States. Sweden, Denmark. Oh, it's like we keep using the same country names. Sweden, Denmark, Netherlands, the United Kingdom, #4, Switzerland, Germany, Finland, France. Ooh, the United States is not in the top 14. Wow, Canada. Oh, here are the bottom, the bottom ones. We are not in the bottom list. Check that out. The worst, according to this chart, the worst country with regard to contributing to the world, Libya. Ooh, Libya. And then Equatorial Guinea, Central African Republic, Mauritania, Iraq. So the bottom 4 are all from Africa. Then you got Iraq, and then Suriname, Syria, Chad, Haiti. Okay. Another chart. I've only got like 2 more. We're done. Quality of life index. Quality of life index. This is kind of interesting because define quality of life, right? So that's how powerful your money is, how safe you are, healthcare, cost of living, property, basically to own a home, the time to commute from your house to the work, pollution, and your climate. And you can't really affect your climate. Well, according to some people you can, but all right. So the #1 country with regard to quality of life, Austria, not Australia, Austria, and then Germany. Austria, Germany, Germany, Austria. They're like right next to each other. Denmark, #3, New Zealand, and then Spain, Finland, and then, hey, there we are, #7, the United States of America. Check that out. Look and see if I see Mexico. Mexico not in the top. Not in the top 34. Italy, #34. The United States comes in as #2. 3 comes in as number 3 with regard to the power of our money. Number 1 is Saudi Arabia. Number 2 looks like Germany, but number 3 comes as number 3. Safety index, how safe we are. Oh, we dropped. Oh, that's not. Wow, wait. We are. We come in at number 33 on that list. The only one below us is South Africa. Healthcare, etc., etc., etc. All right, I'm going to send this to you. You can kind of look at it. The last two. Here's the map and then the chart next, and then we're done. So the rule of law around the world. The idea here is that it's a number of crimes and perception of the people with regard to the government being corrupt. And so let's look at this. So the lighter you are, and still have color, then the better it is for you. Note, Africa, I'm just throwing this out there. Africa, all these countries in gray did not participate. Probably because they didn't want their governments to write, because there's a lot of corruption going on right there. But there you go. So let's look at it. And so this is the 113 countries that actually participated in this poll. And so the safest countries in the world. Can you guess? Oh, look, it's the same countries: Denmark, Norway, Finland, Sweden, the Netherlands. Man, I mean, it's really, really cold, but maybe we all just moved to, I don't know. Ooh, they've got some really cool Viking tales up there. Maybe. Germany, Australia, New Zealand, where are we? United Kingdom, where are we? We are Hong Kong, United States. We are number 18 on the list of most law-abiding countries. We're number 18th on the list. The least according to the chart. Again, several of the countries didn't participate here. The least law-abiding country: Venezuela, Cambodia, Afghanistan, Egypt. Yeah, places I don't know if I'd want to visit right now. Okay. And there you go. So the short version is lots of different maps of lots of different people's interpretations of first, second, third world, and then lots of different rankings of where we are on developed and or developing. Okay, cool. I think we're done for the day. Be good.